All right, live, and I'm actually doing a very short bit of video recording. Time flies when you're having fun. We're at the 2-month mark of the aging process. I'm continuing one batch in a glass bottle, one batch in a wooden cask. They look the same, but well, first we go generally, is this tasting good at all? Am I about to poison myself? And is there a noticeable difference between the bottle and the barrel? Let us see, trying the bottle first. It tastes really good. Wow, that is a really classy eggnog. Smooth and creamy, boozy without being harsh. I am really enjoying it. Oh, that warms you up. It's summer here. I don't need warming up that much. But anyway, the barrel one. I think there is a noticeably different taste there. It tastes a little bit, I don't know, sharper. It's possibly even the barrel char I'm tasting. Very interesting. I don't immediately feel like I'm going to be sick, but who knows? And all being well, that these don't make me sick, I'm going to let them age for another 4 weeks. So they'll be about 3 months aged. We'll be into December then. And I'll be going hell for leather on eggnog generally. And we'll see, do I think aging is a really good idea or not? Because I'll probably make a fresh eggnog and compare. But these are really yummy, so the experiment continues. Well, for me, I'll see you in 4 weeks, but for you, it'll just be a second. Eggnog, eggnog, noggy, noggy, eggnog. Hello, her ladyship. It's usually a slow start, particularly on a Sunday. But that's okay. That was the only video I was going to make tonight, but I don't know. It's really quiet. I might do more. I'm just going to sit down and amuse myself. I'm not dead yet from drinking aged eggnog. Counterintuitive though that might seem. Right, what am I doing here? I got that and that. I was sure I brought a skewer. I did bring a skewer. It's right there. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get a Glencairn glass. I'm going to have a proper taste of my newest and somewhat foolishly expensive whiskey. I don't know I'm going there, but I am going to get this little mini Glencairn. Because I can. Because I can. All right, easing in, sitting down. I'm looking very sepia tonight. This shirt kind of looks sepia. The lighting's making me look sepia. Anyway, get my fancy whiskey. Fancy whiskey. Very limited edition, cask strength. Gonna have a decent, actually I might not even drink all of that. They're gonna make an old fashioned as well, so Have a little. Oh, I don't need the banner anymore. I'm making video. Chickens are not in charge. All right. Nice looking whiskey. Leave trails on the glass a little bit. A bit oily. Now I'm going to do this little trick. Hey, Dr. Jones. Yeah, well, that was it's not the first time I've opened it, but newest bottle of whiskey. And I just had a little taste and was doing taste comparisons the other night. My cask strength whiskies. But I'm going to give this a proper tasting tonight. An Australian single malt whiskey finished in ex-Laphroaig barrels. Laphroaig being famous for doing really smoky, peaty whiskies. There's the really, really gentle peat smoke aroma. Just really faint, like you get really peaty whiskies, and this is just an echo of it. So, ladyship, check real quickly. Got to go. I hope you're well too. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. Okay. Oh god, you've been watching the Big Les show. Oh my god, that show is that is so weird. They were developing a video game, which I saw some of their demo stuff for it, which was very out there. Oh, there's proper smoke on that. Oh, well, it reminds me a bit of the sea. You'll have some Isla. We've got some Laphroaig 10. I have one peated whiskey. It's not Isla, actually. I don't think so. Talisker. I don't think Talisker's Isla, but it is peated, and it's pretty good. Talisker 10. Ooh, this is what's this? It's like. I swear, this almost tastes like the sea. There's and it's very oaky. Oh, it's like chocolate and cinnamon. Ooh, this is like not bold smoky like a Laphroaig, but it's just bold flavors. Actually, what are their tasting notes on the sexy box it came in? Maritime influence. Well, I did say it tasted like the sea. Tropical fruits, I can kind of get that. Peat, oaky, yes. Gently smoky, yes. Red berries, I wasn't really getting. Rich and earthy, I was definitely getting. What does it say on the bottle? Nectarine, charred pineapple. Actually, a little bit that, yes. Extremely limited cask strength release. Red wine barrel aged whiskey finished 18 months in Laphroaig barrels. Sorry, not Laphroaig, Lagavulin. Why did I keep saying Laphroaig? It's Lagavulin. Another famous peaty one. Inspired by Australian curiosity and Scottish tradition, this cask strength bottling displays greater intensity of flavour and richness, tropical notes of our whiskey, drawing into the iconic smokiness of these Isla barrels. Oh my god, it just sits with you. The warmth of that is just like sitting here. It is a fancy box, isn't it? And I initially got Talisker 10 because it was on special. It was on a good special, but it's a good peated Scotch. Okay, if you missed this box when I had it before, okay, look, this beautiful green cardboard box, a really solid box, but it closes up. There's a magnet in this bit here that holds it closed. And you pull it open, and you've got the little colorful thing there, and it sits in there. can't bring myself to throw the box out yet. I'm going to display it on my shelf for a while. I have no idea what that means. Derek Diablo. No idea who that is. And hello, Heine, by the way, too. Oh. I love that they put the ideas in my head, but I can actually smell like charred pineapple in this now. Ooh, man, that just takes you down a back alley and beats you up a little bit in a nice way. I'm good with the phraseology, aren't I? All right, I'm going to turn it into an old-fashioned, which would absolutely mortify. Okay, so someone tried to stand up to Tommy Robinson. He ran away. Act tough when Robinson was out of the room. That does sound pretty cringe. Having anything to do with Tommy Robinson seems stupid as fuck to me. I don't see anything to be gained by, I'm going to say Tommy Robinson's bad. Oh, really? That's fucking deep thinking. You know what? I'm just going to have there's a little bit here. I'm going to have a little old-fashioned. Wo ist meine sugar syrup? It's back here. Get just a teeny bit of sugar syrup. Just a little. It's probably enough. And I'm going to put some bitters in. Just the whiskey bitters from the Gospel Distillery. I'm going to go whiskey bitters. A little bit of that. And because I'm a fancy boy, I'm going to have some. I know. If Tommy Robinson comes out looking good, you wow, you have blundered severely. Some orange peel in there. And because I'm an extra fancy... Wait, what the... I did... Oh, God, I'm driving myself crazy. There's not many cherries left in here. It's harder to stab them randomly. Might have to get a spoon and actually get one out. But let's try our luck. Stab. Ah, that actually didn't take very long. It was only the third try. Didn't get it very well, though. I got to realign it. All right, Dunzo. Oh, Jesus, fuck off, Copilot. Fuck off, Microsoft, with your weird fucking neediness. Trying to get me to do things. Use your products. Just fucking calm down. All right. Now, an old-fashioned made with one of my most expensive whiskies, which would make hardcore whiskey nerds incredibly upset with me. But that's okay. It's different strokes for different folks. You got to bounce. Thanks for popping in and saying what's up. It's always good just to say hi. It's just Sunday night, just chilling. So the occasional, hello, goodbye. It's all good in the hood. Oh man, that's nice. Oof, that's good. All right, that's a winner. The old-fashioned with my fancy whiskey. That's a winner. Just how I like it. Oof, what are you doing? That empty space above my head. Do that. That's a bit better. There we go. All right. Well, dot's pretty good. Still got that very robust character coming in. Now I'm vaguely interested in who the fuck Derek Diablo is, because I've never heard that. Derek Lunsford, Derek Ryan, Derek and Clive. Derek Diablo. Oh, God. What is this fucking foolishness? Okay. So there appears to be a gaming channel called Derek Diablo, and the person that Ray's was talking to appears to be Diablo TV. So he appears to be a fucking moron. Okay. Just going out on a limb there, knowing nothing about them. Dr. Jones, you stabbed for a cherry, came up with 2. Yeah. I think that's a sign of a good day. Just blindly stabbing with a skewer to get a cherry and getting 2. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Ooh. Man, that's that's a really robust old-fashioned. I think, as is usual for cask strength things, I just use it as an accent in cocktails. Use another spirit as the main part and a cask strength as a beefy backup, as it were. You know, it's good to have options, though. Oh God, it's almost got that iodine flavor that a lot of Islay scotches have, which is not altogether unpleasant, but some people do say it tastes like Band-Aids, and they're not entirely inaccurate. So it's just got little subtle notes that you'd normally get off Islay peated scotches. The orange peel in there is nice, actually. I'm really picking up elements of the orange peel. My standard thing to put in an old-fashioned, but it worked particularly well for that one. I also have a mystery bottle. Well, it's not a mystery anymore. Like for Christmas last year, or my birthday last year, sometime last year or the year before, Mrs. Angry signed me up for this sort of what is it called? Spirit subscription. And it's time, so every 3 months I get a random bottle from an Australian distillery. Never know what it's going to be. And I've had quite a mix. A vodka that had vanilla bean in. Well, there was an actual vanilla bean in the vodka. A coffee liqueur, and I don't like coffee liqueurs. I actually traded that. A really nice liqueur made with kumquats, a kumquatcello, a spiced rum. I think one was a whiskey, a corn whiskey from Western Australia, And this gin from Canberra arrived today. I got a delivery on Sunday, which is a weird day to get a delivery. I think I really wasn't expecting it. I knew there was something coming soonish. But yeah, it just appeared on the doorstep today, and I haven't tasted it yet. It's just the Canberra Distillery, handcrafted spirits with a sense of place and purpose. Triple distilled, vapor infused gin. Just your 40% ABV, as you'd expect. On a chilly, still Canberra morning, actually, it's really low contrast, which my old eyes can't deal with. Wolf Queen, you like spiced rum? The ones I've got are good. Often, like things like Captain Morgan, they're using the flavors to disguise that the base spirit's not actually very good. I got one in particular from Sydney, from the Bricks Distillery, called Trail Mix. Is actually a collaboration with a bakery that's near them, and they infused all these bakery flavors into it. It's really fucking good. Sounds fancy. Oh, it's always worth asking. But I'm going to put this little torch on so I can read this low contrast. That's better. On a chilly, still Canberra morning in 2014, I knew my 3 years of hard yards to blend the science and art of making gin had been worth it. Making a good gin combines the science of producing a light cut neutral spirit for a smooth palate and balancing botanical infusion. Much trial and error in the still brought exhilaration when I opened the distillery door down to be bathed in the perfect balance of gin vapors. The distillery door at dawn, right. This classic London dry style gin is vapor infused at low temperatures to preserve the subtle flavors of the hand peeled fresh citrus and berries. Can be enjoyed year round on ice or with tonic. Nice. So I might actually compare this to some other dry gins I have there. I'll try it. You like Kraken? I've had Kraken before. Yeah. Okay. It's from a distillery called Brix, Brix, in Sydney, which is actually a measurement of sweetness, like how much sugar's in something. And of course, because rum is sugar-based or molasses-based, being clever, and it's real good. Dr. Jones, Captain Morgan. Yeah, Captain, the thing that's marketed here, they can't even call it rum because it doesn't meet the definitions of rum. So it's a spirit. It's a flavored spirit. But I've got a couple of quite decent Australian spiced rums. One from Western Australia and one from Sydney. Oh man, that was actually pretty good. But okay, so I've done my whiskey tasting. I think I might do a gin tasting. Do a face-off with some dry gins. Because I do love a dry gin. I love making a martini with a dry gin. Maybe I'll make a martini with that later. I would be getting really fucking drunk if I did that. So I might. Yep, that's the one. It's real tasty. Oof. I've had. The other Brix thing I have is their citrus got real. They don't even call that a rum, but it's built around their cane spirit. They infuse it with citrus, and it comes out about 35% ABV. And to me, it tastes like a cocktail straight out of the bottle. Like I just pour it over ice. Right, gins. Archie Rose, dry. Is this Brogan's Way dry? Okay. 3 dry gins to compare. And get some little glasses to... My little skull shot glasses went up. So yes, the Brits trail mix is good, but Citrus Got Real, they do a version of it each year. It's just fucking stunning. I love it. Been playing with Bilson's vodka. Oh gosh, Bilson's do incredible flavors. Yeah, whether it's their non-alcoholic ones or their flavored spirits, Bilson's do just incredible flavors. All right, so tasting the new gin, the Canberra gin. I love the minimalist nature of this too. It's almost like plain packaging. It's like that. Well, it's gin. It just says it's gin. All right. All right, now I'll put this right up the microphone for ASMR for the glug, glug, glug. There we go. ASMR. Hey, Safa, you're a Bilson's fan too? It's pretty good. Why wouldn't you be a fan of it? Okay. All right. So, my newest gin. Ooh, very light aroma. Not really juniper heavy. There is actually a vague sweet fruity aroma of it. That is actually not what I expect. It's not junipery at all. But let's taste it. Man. Ooh. I should have had some water. I need a palate cleanser between tastes. All right. I got to go get some soda water. Okay, I'll be back 30 seconds. Got my soda water. Got my soda water. Oh, goodness me. Ooh. Bilson's have Alfred's Peculiar Gin. Now I want to look that up. Okay, I'm just going to have some sody water to start with. Cleanse my palate while I do some comparisons. Okay, so Brogan's Way. Everyday Salvation Gin. That's a nice little distillery. I haven't been there in a little while, actually. I feel like I should go and visit again. That's right, they're in Richmond. They're not that far. Well, it's kind of the other side of town, but it's pretty easy to get to. And from much further away, Archieros. Oh, this one is nearly full, so we'll probably get another glug, glug, glug. Not really. There's just enough done that we didn't get a good glug, glug, glug. Okay. So, now, comparing Brogan's Way dry gin. It's much more juniper. Still really nice. And citrusy as well, actually. But much more junipery, much more recognisably gin. And Archie Rose's. Oh, that's a much cleaner one than the Brogan's Way. I feel like that's between Brogan's Way and the Canberra one. Okay, another quick taste of the Canberra gin. Okay. They're all good in different ways. Man, that Cameron, it's the sweetest. But for a gin drinker, that's almost like water. Like, not a lot of gin. So, okay, so we're going to go Alfred's Peculiar Gin. Alfred's Apartment, Alfred's Pizza, Alfred's Packer, Peculiar Gin. There you go. It auto completed from there. You can get it from BWS. But I actually want to look at the Bilson site. Oh, it's purple. It's got butterfly pea flower extract. Alfred believed, yeah, fuck off. Trying to jam emails in with her. In addition to concentrated lemon sherbet and lime aromatics, slight savory note, distillation of butterfly pea flowers give this gentle gin a magical color-changing quality when added to a premium tonic. Yes. Okay. I have butterfly pea flower extract, so I can add that to any of my gins to make them go purple. And the butterfly pea flower reacts to the pH level of the drink. So, like, you pour purple gin, butterfly pea flower gin, into a glass, looks purple, and then when you like add tonic or something, that changes the pH, and the gin will change color, will go like pink. And if you're doing something that's actually got like citrus in it, like if you're making a gimlet or something, it'll change it even more. But yeah, it's a neat little trick that it's not just a nice purple color, it actually changes color. So that's pretty cool. I kind of feel like I do want to make a martini with the Canberra gin. Mm. Mm. Okay, the Archie Rose is much more herbal, and the juniper's starting to come through more. All right, Wolf Clean. I'm easily swayed. You want me to? I just think that's going to make a really yummy, clean martini. So I just got to go get some ice, basically. Just easy enough to do. All right, and the Brogan's Way dry gin. This is the most gin sort of gin. Got that piney element. There's even more juniper in it than the other two. God, they're all really yummy though. Mm. You know what? I'm going to break out my butterfly pea flower extract. I'm going to have a purple martini because there's no flavor in it. It's just color. Well, you know, we all do it within our own parameters. You don't necessarily want to get obsessive because that's weird. I'm gonna make a purple martini. Okay. I just need to get some ice. Okay, so I'll actually get it in my martini glass. That will serve the dual purpose of chilling my martini glass. Yeah. All right. So just give me a minute. I'll get some ice. Oh, all right. Got some ice. Had to get vermouth as well. Oh god, I have to. Have to rinse my jigger out because it's got really sweet sugar syrup in it. This will just take a second. I just have to rinse this out. It's almost as convenient as when I was streaming from the kitchen. Yeah, no, cocktails are fun. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Some orange bitters as well. Find my butterfly pea flower. That looks like it. Yep. And my orange bitters. Okay. Und so. We do this. We do this. Get a mixing glass. All right. I actually need the gin, which I left over here. Okay, I'm going to put these two back as well. Put them back on the shelf. So that's the boring stuff. All right. So they're back on the shelf. I suppose the Canberra one's going to have to go into the overflow, into the mysterious cupboard of mystery. Okay. Okay, so we've been chilling our martini glass. I feel like I'm really out of focus there. I must have done fixed focus on the camera. Ooh. Glass holds a lot of ice. That's okay. That's going to make for a really cold martini, which is just the way. I like it. We're going to be generous. You do about 2.5 ounces. Because we're not here to fuck spiders. Vermouth. But just a smidge of vermouth. Because we're doing a dry martini. About 5-1. What does it say for this? Add a few squeezes. I don't want a few squeezes, I want one. There we go. And a couple of dashes of bitters. And now we stir. You know what? It's not very purple. I'm going to put another squeeze in. I want my drink to be fairly purple. See how purple that makes it. I'm going to put even more in. That's enough. A little additional stir. Oh my god. I put a lot of ice in here, it's just flying off everywhere. Alright, my strainer. We have a purple martini. Oh yeah, that's classy. Classy AF, mofos. Alright, now we come over here. Look at this. Look at this. Purple martini. Hell yeah. Look at that. Get it on the wall there. Purple martini. On which side? Purple against my shirt. Anyway. Oh, fuck yeah. That's just like a bracingly cold martini. It tastes like normal people think this is an alcoholic talking. I'm going, that just tastes like water. Just bracingly cold. Well, bar in the spare room. This was my son's bedroom. And he and my daughter moved out like, how long ago? Was it 6 months, a year? I've lost track. I don't know. That's the goddamn martini right there. Oh, fucking yum, man. So, yes, I used to have the bar staff set up in there's like a run-on dining room from the kitchen, and that's where I was. And I just took over this room when he moved out. Hey, Justin, how you doing? And Mrs. Angry made young Miss Angry's room look very nice. It's the Zen room now. It's the relaxation room. And in fact, Mrs. Angry uses it as a dressing room when we're going out as well. Oh, no, you found an antique Art Deco cocktail cabinet on eBay. Oof. Oh, man. Damn. Okay, so your brother's in his spare room, but he is moving. There you go. That's okay, Justin. Look, what might happen? Look, I'm going into the office this week. I haven't been in the office in weeks. Your book should be in my mailbox. I haven't got it yet, so maybe this coming week we could talk about it. Fuck yeah. I love a cold martini. Maybe I only put... I wasn't even paying attention to how much bitters I put in there. It's not bad, but I'm just going, maybe less bitters next time. It's fucking yummy, though. Nice, yeah. Your own room, yeah. All the good stuff. Library, sewing, bar, craft. Yep. Just the room where things happen. That's always a good thing to have. I love the sound of it. Oh, that's right. You're going to L'America. Yes. Oh, could wait till you come back and all that sort of thing. Oh, nice. Dr. Jones White Russian. I am drinking a purple martini, which is a dry martini made with the gin I was just tasting before, the Canberra gin that I just got today, a splash of vermouth, and for fun, I just put butterfly pea flower extract in it so it turned purple. That doesn't affect the color, it just makes it purple. Fucking yummy. Oh. I do like a martini with the good gin when it's real cold. It's the only thing with it, martini. For me, it's way better than when it's really cold. So the temptation is to drink it really fast, and it's a really freaking strong drink. So I'd be well served to drink it slowly. But it's so yummy and it's so cold and I just want to drink it. So, yeah. So that one drink's almost 3 standard drinks. Could have been more, because often when I make a martini, I'll put Navy strength in it. Oh, Justin, have the supermarkets heard Homer Simpson's plea of being upset that we only get 30 sweet noggy days? I'm making all my own eggnog this year. I don't hate supermarket eggnog, actually. I love having it with rum or brandy or something. But I'm making my own. For anyone missed it, at the very start of the stream, I was tasting my aged eggnog, which has been aging for 2 months now. And it's pretty gosh darned yummy. And it doesn't appear to be killing me. So everyone was right when they said if it's got sufficient alcohol content, the egg and cream won't kill you. So Huzzah. But my big thing, I was going to age it for 3 months. So I'm going to really hook into it in the, I don't know, first or second week of December. Maybe start on the weekend. Yeah, the second weekend. I think the second weekend in December, so like 4 weeks from now. Saw someone buying eggnog. Oh, yeah. But the thing is, it is actually pretty easy to make your own. Like non-alcoholic is just egg, cream, milk, and sugar. It's that simple. And you can flavor it with spices. I'm making booze eggnogs. In fact, I've already decided, probably starting the last week of November, so like before the 25th, I'm going to do eggnog of the week. So there'll be 4 eggnogs in the lead up to Christmas. So let's see if I do one. So there's Saturday, the 25th of November, then the 2nd of December, then the 9th of December is when I'll decant, although I probably won't post the video till the week after. So the 9th of December will be something else. So then the 16th of December is when I'll post the video of my aged eggnog. And I guess I could do one more. I could do a 5th one just before Christmas. We'll see what recipes I can find. So Wolf, you sent me Etsy listing on Twitter. Ah. Okay. I haven't logged into Twitter on this. I am. Oh my gosh. Look at this. All right, fuck off Etsy with your pop-ups. I am going to share this picture Wolf Queen sent me. This is James Bond shit here. Look at this. The globe that opens up to be a little booze serving chamber. I love that. That's definitely some James Bond shit there. Very classy. So someone gift you a bottle. Yeah, Empress Gin is the purple gin with butterfly pea flower. My recommendation, Dr. Jones, with gin is always try and find an independent distillery, because Australia has so many gin distilleries and they're doing such good work. It's not that Fords or brokers are bad at all. They're not. They're good gins. But little independent distilleries just do amazing things. Plus, yeah, the Empress might be a gimmick, but you can get just butterfly pea flower extract, which is what I used in my gin to turn it. Oh, there you go. You see, it's purple. And yes, I don't think you can spin that globe around, Wolf Queen. It looks very cool though. As the weirdest thing is, fancy drink carts are so fucking expensive. Like you can easily, okay, that one's $1,900. Jesus. I was about to say you can easily go over $1,000. And they've got a few variations that go from 1,200 to 2,400, possibly made by different people. So maybe the 1,200 one's only half as good as the $2,400 one. I don't know. Take out the alcohol and spin it.
Yeah, and it holds glasses. You don't want to be spinning it when there's glassware in there either. But yeah, I mean, even the little drink carts that I had out in the kitchen, I got them on sale, but pre-sale they were over $200. It's yeah, bar carts are freakishly expensive. Like, okay, now I just feel compelled to search bar carts I can get in Melbourne. Bar carts. Melbourne. All right, now, so just for example, the ones that are like paid for prominent placement here, you see they're all quite simple, and they range from 150 to almost $500. Actually, there's one that's over 500, and you can see they're not fancy. They're if I just go on the image page. Like relatively simple bar carts are really quite expensive. Oh my God, this one must be expensive. All right, was that? All right, so okay, we're on their shopping tab. Look at them. Oh, what the fuck? Bing, you suck so fucking much. Just look at them. They're all okay. Look at that one. $2,800. And honestly, it's really fucking ugly. Good Lord. Those things are so fucking expensive. Oh, yeah, you got to watch out for kids. They will definitely get into stuff. So, Golden Eye Globe. Yes. That's what I mean. That was pure James Bond stuff, the globe. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw what you're saying. You want an enclosed cabinet. If it's cheap, does it fall apart? Quite possibly. Oh my God. Have I mentioned I freaking love? Yeah. There's a late bitterness on that. I think I put too much of the orange bitters in, but that's okay. It's not unpleasant. It's just like, I'd probably prefer it if that late bitterness didn't come in. Oh, you found a globe for 300. Yeah, not going to be as fancy. Yeah. Honey, you read cats as kids as your brain. That's fair. They behave similar, so you get it. Yeah, you see, it's all making sense. It is all making sense. So it's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. So yes, we have established bar carts are expensive. I forget how much I paid for my little bar here. I did a sort of balance between, okay, if it's too cheap, it's probably shit, but some of them are really expensive. I can't do that. And the rack there is just from Bunnings. But it's nice and sturdy because we've got a bunch of them in the shed that have been holding a bunch of shit for years, and they're fine. And there was one I hadn't used, was still in its box. So I unpacked it and put it together and made it my bar. I've been thinking of getting another one because I've got a whole bunch of liqueurs in the mysterious cupboard of mystery. I've been thinking of getting another rack so I can bring them all out. Ooh, nice. Safi, parents have a bar in the kitchen. Before we moved here, we looked at a couple of these. We actually looked at 3 places in the general area, and one of them had like a bar set up between the kitchen and the lounge. It was like the kitchen was slightly raised, and you went down a couple of steps to the lounge room, and there was a whole bar set up in the kitchen, which was quite interesting. Oof, liquor cabinet for $12,000. God damn it. Yeah. I think I would do something better than just a fucking bar for $12,000. Dang. So yeah. Yeah, that is one thing I noticed when I was looking at bars and whatnot. Shit gets real expensive. I was super tempted. Someone had a 70s one with this grody plastic fish on the front of it. And it wasn't that expensive because I think they were regretting ever having gotten it and they're trying to get rid of it. But to go and get it, I would have had to hire a ute or a van or something, which would have ratcheted the cost up. And also, Mrs. Angry was looking at it going, really? Really? In fact, I bet I can find a picture of something similar. If I put 70s bar cart aquarium, I'm going to see if something similar comes up. Not immediately. These are just normal bar carts. They're not 70s or aquariums. Oh God, some dickhead advertised for sale their bar cart, and they said it was 70s and they called it antique. And I go, 70s is not antique. That does not meet the definition of antique. Ooh, okay. I think this is... No, that's not quite it. Okay. All right, I'm just going to change the search term to plastic fish. See what comes up. Same fucking carts. Oh God, this same person with the 70s vintage Madman style. Madman, oh, well, anyway, fuck you. Fuck you and your stupid descriptions. And I said, okay, I think maybe Bing's just a shit search engine. Like, I'm going to search on Google. Oh, what's this about? Just checking something. All right. That looks okay. But, okay, I am going to now search 70s bar cart aquarium and see if... I just also like the search interface better on Google. But also, they aren't showing up as aquariums. Someone with a SpongeBob SquarePants aquarium. I kind of thought this would show up if I searched on it, and I appear to be wrong. All right, but I'm just going to search plastic fish again because I'm kind of obsessed with finding a picture. And yet again, not happening. Oh God, I just saw a fish chart, which reminded me of things. Oh yeah, Wolf Queen, you're on a whole bunch of social media. If anyone wants to say hi, there you go. Actually, 90s would definitely be retro because that's like 30 years ago. But 70s is not vintage. I think it has to be more than 50 years old to be vintage. Who knows? You're given 2 bar cards. One has a butcher block, saved a lot. Yeah, that would have saved you a lot of money. Excellent stuff. Oh, actually, the other thing I could do is just go, sorry. I logged in on Facebook on this one. I am. Go on Marketplace in Facebook because you get fucking weird shit. Funky office booth pod for $1,500. That is actually someone selling a 1981 Holden Brock Commodore for $136,000. Tell them they're dreaming. A 1960 Plymouth convertible Continental for $115,000. That also seems ridiculous. But, someone's giving away boxes of Lego for pickup. Okay, look at this. Okay, I'm just going to share a bunch of stuff from Marketplace. I would not buy anything off Marketplace, but check this lounge you can get for free. Used in theatre show, 4 meters long. St Kilda. Dang. Look at it. Okay. If I just put bar, what comes up? Oh, steel bars. Okay. Barbells. Okay, that's all fucking useless. Bar cart. What comes up for bar cart? Ooh, look at that one. Bar cabinet. Oh, wait, it's got a stereo in it. Bar trolley for rental. You want to rent one? Ooh, that's like mine. That's what mine looks like. This one in the middle. Wooden. Drink cart hire. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is cool. Okay, this one, if you picture that curved bit as having a plastic fake aquarium with plastic fake fish in it, that's exactly what it looked like. And it was way cheaper than $300. I forget how much it was, but it was cheaper. Yeah, it was this weird plastic. Let's see if I can find. Oh my god! Yes, vintage doll head, creepy. It is. It is genuinely creepy. I'm going to go vintage bar aquarium. See what comes up there. Ooh, that's very dirty. Vintage bar. Aquariums, terrariums. Look at all these things. It's a fucking rabbit hole. All right, I'm going to change aquarium to plastic fish. Oh, jigsaw puzzle. Oh, God. Paul Hogan Winfield advertising. All right, you know what? I think I've probably... a giant Galliano lamp. Look at that. That's so fucking classy. Oh, man. I'd get that, but I'm not classy enough to have that, honestly. A vintage crystal cabinet for $120. Would it be a crime if you painted it black? Yeah. Dr. Jones, you want the red seating lounge? It was pretty wild. And yes, that was definitely a demon, baby Harry. Sorry, so you did miss me tasting the nog. It's yummy. And I don't think it's making me sick. So leaving it for another 4 weeks. And then I'll be cracking it open pre-Christmas. And it will have aged 3 months at that point. And if I decide that's super yummy, I'm making a batch at Christmas that I'm going to age for an entire year and see what it's like. Just because I can. Also, I'm probably going to get fucking addicted to eggnog in December because I'm bad enough with the supermarket eggnog, just adding brandy or rum to it. And the supermarket stopped selling it. But, you know, it's relatively easy to make. I think, look, just for you, Strictly Sega, a couple of drops have probably solidified in here. So did I mention I've got 2 batches? One is aging in a glass bottle, one's aging in a wooden cask. And I was like, fuck, it is really fucking yummy. That's the barrel one. Oh, man. Okay, I'm actually really intrigued what they'll be like in another month. If the barrel one will be even more divergent from the glass one. Yum for the fucking purple martini. It looks like Bailey's and milk. It absolutely does. So it's basically your eggnog base is egg, milk, cream, sugar. And that's got several types of booze in it. I don't even remember. I'd have to go. I did make a video that's probably whiskey, rum, and brandy. Knowing me, it's probably all 3. And there's some cooking spices like cinnamon and whatnot. I would literally have to go back and watch the original video to remember what I did, because it was 2 months ago. I don't remember what I did. But I know it's got... I put some cinnamon sugar in it. So I shake it like once a day or so to stop it from settling. I noticed that the cinnamon from the cinnamon sugar sort of settles to the bottom. So I shake it once a day. Shake it before I serve it. You know, that's a whole thing. I could do the fancy thing. Like if I was having a party that some people do is like whip some egg whites and like put that like eggnog in a punch bowl and whip some egg whites with sugar. So you're basically making a meringue and then putting that into the eggnog and folding it in. I've seen a few recipes recommend you do that. I'm probably not going to do that because that seems like a lot of trouble. So I'm probably not going to do that. Dr. Jones, I friggin' love martinis. Okay. I say ease yourself. Unless you're really into gin. If you really enjoy gin, dive right in, because of course the whole variation is how much gin to how much vermouth. So I think it can be easy to ease yourself into if there's maybe more vermouth in it. It also depends if you like vermouth, I guess. And you could maybe try, there's like you get sweet vermouth, which is usually red or quite dark, dry vermouth, which is usually clear or a light color, a light sort of yellow color. Not always, but usually. And then there's one that sort of sits in the middle. It's called Blanco vermouth. And so in terms of sweetness, it's usually between dry and sweet. It might be good to ease yourself in. So you love sweet vermouth. How are you with gin? Because I've got nothing against if easing yourself in, using a bit of sweet vermouth instead of dry vermouth. And also, as much as I tend to poo-poo it, the James Bond martini, the Vespa, where you actually split the alcohol base between vodka and gin. If you're not super into gin, that can be a gateway one, because by splitting it with vodka and gin, you're moderating what might feel like the intensity of the gin flavor. But yes, so my tip for easing yourself in would be maybe use more vermouth than I do, because I have mine quite dry. Actually, now I'm thinking of it, it's like a precursor to the martini called a Martinez. So, wait, what the fuck did it do that for? Swear to God. Okay. So here's the thing. A Martinez is like a precursor, and that has sweet vermouth and even a little bit of maraschino liqueur. But like if you wanted to ease yourself, okay, I use gin cocktails. Yeah. So like, what are we calling that? The Negroni type thing. Try making. You're basically making a sweet martini. I've also heard this drink referred to as gin and it, but like 2 parts gin to 1 part sweet vermouth, and see what you think of that. Because that's what Mrs. Angry used to get, martinis made with sweet vermouth. And now she's well into dry gin martinis. So that's gin with just a little bit of dry vermouth. And in fact, as I've mentioned before on streams, I'm pretty sure, we like to, when we're in a martini mood, when we go out, we order 1 dry martini and 1 dirty martini. And so that's basically the martini with olive brine in it. And we swap sip for sip. It's like, sip the dry one, now sip the dirty one. And the contrast between them is really yummy. But yeah, Dr. Jones, I reckon, and ease yourself into martinis. Just make one that's 2 parts gin and 1 part sweet vermouth. You've had a Martinez, nice and fruity. Yeah. That's the Martinez is a great entry point, basically. And so classic Martinez actually has a mix of sweet vermouth and dry vermouth, and it's mostly sweet vermouth. So you can like start there and then gradually reduce the amount of sweet vermouth that's in it until, this is my personal preference, your classic, particularly your modern classic martini, gin and dry vermouth. And I like it about 5 parts gin to 1 part vermouth. So the one I just made, it was like 2.5 ounces of gin and half an ounce of dry vermouth, and some orange bitters, which, as I was discussing earlier, I might have put too much orange bitters in. It was still yummy, but I might have liked it more with less orange bitters. And a twist of lemon. I put my... Actually, I don't think I did put my twist of orange in. I didn't have any lemon peel, but yeah. So, yeah. So if you like a Martinez, the Martinez is a great entry point for martinis. And you can gradually, like I said, just gradually ease yourself towards it by just making versions with less and less sweet vermouth until you drop the sweet vermouth and drop the maraschino. Chuck the maraschino out. And do less and less sweet vermouth to the point you get where you're just making it with dry vermouth. But you find what works for you. Some people like much more vermouth in the thing. Some like much less. Like Kirsten, she makes bone dry martinis. Like I tend to like about a 5-to-1 ratio. Kirsten does about a 7-to-1 ratio. So she'll do 2 to 2.5 ounces. So like 60 to 75 mils of gin and like a bar spoon of vermouth just to moderate it. Splash of bitters, and then you stir it on ice. Because for me, one of the peak things with a martini, make it cold. That's why I have a freezer martini. Because freezer martini fucking rocks. And one of the things I love about freezer martini is it's actually a little bit viscous. Like it's the alcohol content is way too high to freeze in the freezer, but it does get a little bit viscous, like it's trying to freeze. And I just love pouring it, and as you pour it, you see it's just a little bit viscous, and I just love the bracingly cold freezer martini. Like you pour the freezer martini into the drink, and the whole glass frosts up. Fucking. Also, it's an infinity martini. So as I drink it down, I top it up. In fact, I topped it up the other night. I don't want to have a whole. I might go get it and just have a sip of my freezer martini, because each time I top it up, it changes the flavor profile a little, and I want to see what I did with it last time, or what it's like. Yeah, fuck it. I'm in full martini mode at the moment. So I'm going to duck out really quickly, grab my freezer martini, and I'm just going to have a splash of it, just a tiny amount, because I've had enough to drink tonight. All right, I'm back with my freezer martini. Also, Infinity Martini, which I've been keeping a record of. I'm just going to look it up. Supper, it might be date night next Saturday. Also, might be young Miss Angry's birthday. So it's extremely likely I won't be doing a stream next Saturday. So if I go into my Google Docs, my Google Drive actually, and open up... Oh, it's the wrong one. That's interesting. Oh God, what am I logged to on this one? No, that's not what I wanted. Am I signed in on this one? Yes. Okay. I want to look up my infinity martini. Okay. I started making this infinity martini at the start of August, so relatively recently. The previous one I had for a couple of years, but I hadn't kept track. So I started it at the start of August. So it's only 3 months old. And in that time, I've topped it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And it currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's got 9 different gins in it, 2 different vermouths, and a few different types of bitters, and water. I dilute it occasionally, and I diluted it one time. Oh, and it's doing that great viscous thing that I like. I diluted it one time with coconut water, just for a bit of fun. All right, but I haven't tasted this latest batch, so I'm very interested in what the latest update did to it. It's really fucking good. Fuck yeah. Oh man, that's really good. God damn, I love a freezer martini. It's so good. Hey Kirsten, Hellion, hello. Oh gosh, you missed my tasting a bit earlier, Kirsten. My latest white possum mystery spirit subscription came in. Gin from the Canberra distillery. I love the minimalist packaging on this. It's a London Dry style. I made a martini with it earlier. It's really yum. It's low juniper profile. Like for a gin drinker, this kind of drinks like water. It's very clean. Makes a nice martini. I'm just sampling my freeze martini. Being hermiting, that's okay. Dr. Jones, as a Thailand person, would say, Jesus Christ, so many gins in that one. Oh yeah, no, you've had that one, Kirsten. I feel like it's a really clean taste. They're like saying, "Oh, I have it in a gin and tonic." Oh, on ice. It's sweeter than average for gins, to my palate at least. But as soon as I tasted it, I went, "That's martini." I'm having that in a martini. Oh, that's really fucking good. I might next time I top it. I'm not going to top it up now because I just had a little sip. Next time I have a big glass or two of the freezer martini and top it up, I think it'll be some dry gins. I might even put a couple of drops of my Japanese umami bitters in there. Yummy. Oh, okay, so you agree. Okay, the gins are quite sweet. Lovely drinking gin, that one. I probably will try it with a tonic at one point, or a soda, or ginger ale even, actually. Very mellow drinking gin, that one. And yes, Dr. Jones, if you think that's a lot of gins, I think the previous freezer martini, which I emptied, which I think I'd kept going for at least 2 years, I hadn't kept track of what I put in it, but I reckon it had at least 20, if not 30 gins in it. You just finished off summer gin from Canberra Distillery. Actually, gin adjacent, because they're mostly gin people. I got a mailing from Brogan's Way, and I guess you might be on their list as well. But they're like, oh, we haven't sent you an email for a while, but we've been busy. Also, we're about to release a whiskey. Do you want to sign up for it? I was going, yes, I want to sign up for it. Like, I got this one. So, I have I posted this anywhere that you would have seen, Kirsten? I got the Starward Lagavulin, Starward that's finished in Lagavulin barrels. It's really nice. This is the cask strength one. Yeah, I made an old fashioned with it tonight. It's very good, but I think it's definitely as an accent to beef up a cocktail rather than being the main event. And I got that. I go, you know what? I'm not going to get any more. And then Brogan's Way going, we're going to release our first whiskey. Do you want some? And I was like, ugh, okay, yes. It is really good. Like, I guess it's not unusual for a cask strength to really stay with you, but I was really impressed. And it's not harsh, but all the flavors just stay, and the heat for me was just like sitting on my chest. And I was like, no, that's really good. I did a taste comparison video the other day. I've got it ready to upload later in the week. Because with that, I've got 4 cask strength Australian whiskies. So I did a taste comparison between that, Bakery Hills Prospectors Drop, Archie's rum cask, and Whippersnapper's Upshot cask strength. And they were all really good. And I was surprised how not, like, I've been using the Upshot. That's the highest proof one, 64%. I've been using that to like beef up drinks. It's like, oh, you know what this needs? This needs a kick in the guts. Put half an ounce or an ounce of this Upshot in there. But just tasting it straight, it's surprisingly drinkable. So, ooh, blood orange is just a flavor I love. That's why I made a blood orange liqueur, which is actually really yummy. Which is, where is it? It's next to my, there, look. Look at this. And I actually barrel aged it for a month. And it went really dark. It's actually quite, like, if I, all right, I'll get my torch. It's actually clear. That makes it look opaque. But it's not cloudy. Look, see? It's not cloudy at all. It's just quite dark. And that has really yummy blood orange flavor in it. Because it's got real blood oranges in it. Oh, Harry, I have so many Skull decanters. That one is a Crystal Head vodka bottle. You know, was that Dan Aykroyd is at least a part owner of that, promotes it. I have, I think, like 6 different sizes of Skull decanters. And yeah, I definitely bought the Crystal Head solely for the bottle. Although, Crystal Head's a pretty good vodka, very clean drinking vodka. None of that nasty nail polish remover some vodka has. Holy cow, Kirsten. Thank you for dropping in, but big news, you bought a house. Yeah. And you have to move again. But that's big news. That's excellent. That's excellent that you found somewhere that suits. So happy for you. That's great. Oofed. And I also just joined, there was a Facebook group for friends of Starwood, and I thought I'd join it. And the first thing I see is someone talking about new bottles, but there's a rather unique expression that had been aged in sherry barrels that I'd never heard of. It's in new bottles. And I go, well, where the fuck do you get that? And someone said, oh, it was in a whiskey club thing. And I was like, God damn it. I'm not joining a whiskey club. I'm not getting something every month. No. And I love sherry, and the idea of a Starward aged in a sherry cask just sounds so good. Yes, the PX one, the Pedro Jimenez, looks so good. Oh my god, you have a room for a speakeasy. So good. Yeah, so the Pedro Jimenez one was from a whiskey club. I'm not sure if if you join the whiskey club, if you're obligated to get something every month. I can't do that. I've got too much as it is. But I swear to God, seeing a Starward that was aged in sherry barrels was just like, oh, I probably would really like to get that. I might just go, God, maybe I'll catch up with Dr. Abigail, go to the freaking Elysium whiskey bar. They might have it. They tend to have limited Starward releases on their shelf. And they haven't been there for a while. So I might do that sometime soon. Who knows? Yeah, just have a sip. It's kind of like when I took it personally, when I didn't actually win the ballot for the Starward Stout Cask release. So I couldn't buy it, and I was upset. Oh, so you're not, if you're in the whiskey club, you're not obliged to get it, but you have to remember to opt out. Yeah, no, I still shouldn't do it because I'd probably want to opt in every month. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so Starward did this stout cask release, and you had to enter a ballot, which is what I did for this one, and another one I've got up there, and I got it. And when I didn't win the ballot, so I didn't have a chance to buy it, I took it personally. Oh, fine. And then months later, I saw it was actually for sale in Dan Murphy's, and I go, well, I'm not getting it because you didn't have me in the ballot, so I'm not getting it. And then I was at the Elysium whiskey bar, and they had it. So, okay, I want to try it. And it was annoyingly good. Like, it was really nice. I was like, oh. So I was taking this ground like, well, I'm not getting one. And it was really good. Okay, they send it to you, then your husband yells at you. Mrs. Angry wouldn't yell at me, but she might look at me. So yeah, no, I can't because I'd probably just want to get it every month. And it's like, I don't drink a bottle of whiskey a month. I just don't. I don't even come close. Like, even if I only had one bottle of whiskey, I probably wouldn't finish it in a month. But I don't have one bottle of whiskey. I have stupid number of bottle of whiskey. There's more in the cupboard. And yeah, no, and I just wouldn't be able to resist. So I can't join it because I want. But yeah, I get my quarterly gift from White Possum, and I got another winner this month. So I guess what have I got it 6 times now? I was kind of disappointed when I got a coffee liqueur because I don't like coffee, but I did swap Kirsten for something on that because Kirsten does like coffee. And I knew when I tasted it, this is a good quality coffee liqueur. This is at least as good as Mr. Black, but I just don't like coffee. So I swapped that with Kirsten. And I did get a vodka one time, which I regret as a joke, but as a vanilla vodka, had a vanilla bean in it. Yeah. The whiskey last. Well, yeah. In fact, none of my whiskey bottles are even. No, actually, withdraw. One of my whiskey bottles is relatively low. One of my rye whiskies from the Gospel is relatively low. You can do your own infinity bottle of whiskey to use up the little bits. So I was with you, Kirsten. Person responsible for opting out was husband. Oh, he yelled because he was mad at himself. Okay. Yeah, no, I'd just be doing it myself. So yeah, I think I've got 6 bottles from White Possum. 2 of them have been a little bit disappointing from my perspective, but that's been good. I think it was a corn whiskey, a spiced rum, kumquatcello liqueur, which is really nice, and the gin that arrived today, which is really nice. So that's been pretty good. Also, it's kind of fun to just get this surprise present that arrives every 3 months. It's pretty cool. So I tried to do something similar for Mrs. Angry. She, I think, likes things like socks and tights and skirts. So I signed her up for the Awesome Socks Clubs, which is a Vlogbrothers thing, and raises money for good causes as well. So, and that's monthly. So she gets an arty, unique pair of socks every month. And I get a bottle of booze every 3 months. So, we're doing it. But yeah, there's just something about getting surprise pack. It's like when I've still got these little samples. This was from White Possum too. They said this thing, do you want to, we could send you mystery samples of spirits. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. And I got 6 mystery spirit things, and I did a blind tasting, and I was so bad at guessing what was in them. And I still have some. What do I still have? Pink gin from Manly Spirits, Seacliff vodka from Headlands Distilling. I should use these in something. Aquavite, raspberry aquavite. So that's an unaged spirit, I think. And a mystery gin from the Hunter Distillery. Oh, yes. I saw that one too, Kirsten. That's been popping up all over my Facebook. So both the Garden Street Gin Club and the Whiskey Club by the same people. And I'm like, no, because I would fucking get it all the time. Yes, that's what we do, Dr. Jones. We have a drink and look at Mrs. Angry's unique artist socks. So, yeah. Oh, it's a whole thing. It's like any sort of collecting. You start collecting and it's really hard to stop. It's like I got not a huge one, not compared to bloody Strictly Sega, who's regularly in here, but I do have a pretty big disc collection, like movies on physical media. I have a vinyl collection. Right? It was lovely to see you, Kirsten. So excited for you in the new house. That sounds wicked awesome. And all good things to you. Oof. So. Goodness gracious me. Oof. I mean, honestly, that's probably enough alcohol for a Sunday night. Ugh, gotta go to the office tomorrow. There's a lot on tomorrow, actually. And in fact, we're having a team lunch for someone's birthday. So that'll be fun. I gotta go in because I gotta look after my intern. I haven't actually seen my intern for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I didn't see him for the last 2 weeks. So I guess it's 3 weeks since I've seen him. Dang, I feel a little bit bad about that. But that's COVID. Oh, you're reducing the collection to make it easier to move. That makes sense. And also, I guess that means drinking a bit. Ugh. I want to try my hand at one point at blending whiskies, because that's a very particular skill, doing it well. And I've got a lot of different whiskies there. And so I feel like getting some of those ones and go, okay, what do I like in this? And would it go with that? And how much of each of the things? And try and make a nice blend. Because apparently doing that well is more difficult than being a good distiller. Being a good blender is particularly. Oh, yeah. Dr. Jones, I avoided going into the office for a couple of weeks with COVID as my excuse. But it's a real excuse. There you go. When am I getting a haircut? Probably on Tuesday. I probably don't have time to do it tomorrow. So probably on Tuesday. So probably before the next live stream. But, you know, shit could conspire against me as well. And it will be interesting to see what my dude says when I said, I want to cut like this much off, like above the collar, just to go 2 years worth of, that's not 2 years worth of growth, but I want to be back where I was about 2 years ago, which is about there. Cut off about that much. See what it's like. Yes. I get that you're asking an oblique and very open-ended question, Safa, but it still can be very off-putting to have people asking where you live. So, and I appreciate that you also say fair enough to that. But yeah, so, well, I've been growing my hair out like for 3 years. Yeah, Dr. Jones, I like the locks too, but it's still long and curly if I cut it at like collar length. Like I literally looked at old videos. I went back at old videos and went, I like how it looks there. And it was from 2 years ago. So it was about here. So that's not actually 2 years growth. That's probably less than 1 year's growth because I've been getting it trimmed. Not cut, but just trimmed to keep it healthy. But it's like, I don't know, it sits kind of heavy. I want it to be a bit more buoyant, and there's too much hair. And also, it gets in my face. So besides cutting it off about here, I want the fringe, like, seriously, look at this. Look at this. I want the fringe cut off to about here so it doesn't go in my face. Yeah, Safa, if I didn't cut or trim the hair, this would be about a year's growth, but I kept trimming it. Sorry, is this perfection, Dr. Jones? You like this? It's it's really annoying on high wind. Well, I mean, I could tie it back, of course, but it's really annoying on high wind days if I haven't tied it back and it just gets in my face. And literally, sometimes when I'm eating, a stray bit from here comes around and gets in my mouth, which I really don't like. Ugh. So that's why I want to get it cut, just to make it a bit more manageable. And I feel like it's sitting a bit flat, and it's just because it's so long, it's so heavy. And if I cut it a bit shorter, and I get him to layer it a bit, it's going to sit with a bit more body, which I'm going to be more happy with. But it's distinctly possible it might not work out the way I want. And it's just like, oh, well, fuck it. I guess I'm growing it for another year to get it back where I wanted. You know, I had short hair for, and I mean like really short hair, for 30 years. So suddenly getting it long, I don't know how to style long hair. I just don't. And I think Mrs. Angry also likes the idea of me cutting it. She's fine with it like it is. We joke about it being my god hair, particularly when I wake up in the morning and it's all boofy and wavy. It's like god hair. And but yeah, I think she's happy with the idea of me cutting it a bit shorter. Not like short, but a bit shorter. Ooh, ice has been melting. Okay, Safa, I didn't do a mullet. I did actually do what could be called a faux hawk at one stage, which is not 100 miles removed from a mullet. It was actually a bit long at the back, and I shaved it at the sides, or it was like a number 1, number 2 clipper at the sides and spiky here. It's not that far removed from a mullet. Ooh, you posted a picture of most of the collection. I need to close a bunch of tabs because I had too many tabs open. Where is the Discord? Where is the Discord? Open the Discord. I want to see the Discord. Crocodiles. Ah. Okay, so I'm going to share this. This is part of Kirsten's collection. This is not the rums and liqueurs. Ooh, look at that. Okay, let's look. What do we got? Bunch of Archie Roses on there. The Starwood one, Iniquity. Bowls. Feeling. Ooh, some fun bottles there. There's gins on the left, whiskies on the right. Oh, a bunch of Starwoods down there. Corowa Distillery. Ooh, a bunch from Backwoods. Oh, Ocar Gold. I haven't had Ocar Gold on my shelf in ages. Because it's a good yellow chartreuse substitute, but now I actually have yellow chartreuse. Those neat Archie Rose boxes. It's a nice collection. Man, that's a lot of Starwoods. Cool. God says have a cocktail. Yes. The vintage bottles. Yes. Vintage bottles are cool. Yes, Dr. Jones, I'm also admiring and judging. I've got one of the vintage bottles from Beanley, a rum liqueur. Or is it a brandy liqueur? Christ, now I want to look. It's fine. It's like 20% alcohol. It's really sweet. It's quite yummy. Where is it? Where is it? Ugh. Trying to find something in the mysterious cupboard of history. Where is it? Okay, where did I put it? What have I done? Oh, there it is. So this is really yummy. Little treat. That's a brandy liqueur. Classic brandy liqueur. In this replica stoneware jug. It's quite cute. Yes, you worked your staff discount hard at both Starwood and Archie Rose. Yeah, no, Dr. Jones, something that's local and affordable. Yeah, I've got so these glasses I bought during COVID from what was my favorite bar that closed down. Very interesting bar. This holds a surprising amount of drink. This doesn't look like a big glass, but it holds a lot. And if I hold it against something dark, you probably see there's etching on the rim, which, there you go, put it here, which you won't be able to read, but etched onto the lip of that is drink less, drink better, which I like, despite the fact, as I joke regularly, medical people would say I drink too much, but I do try to focus on quality rather than quantity. You'd reckon this would be a little bit expensive to make, yeah. But this was cheap. I only got it because it was on special. Yeah, it holds as much as a decent coupe. And I haven't really served anything in it in a while. I feel like I probably should. So I only got this because it was really cheap. It was on special. It's only 20% alcohol. I put it in there so Mrs. Angry's orange peel has a bit of flavour in the morning. Let's go in a hot chocolate. No, Safa, that was from the Beanley website. I think Beanley and Bilson's might be owned by the same company. Beanley is, I think, the oldest continually operating distillery in Australia. It's in Queensland. It's a rum distillery in Queensland. They do a few other things. Anyway, you can find it on the Sipify. I bought it off the Sipify.com website, I think. It's just like a fucking super tasty liqueur. It's so sweet. Bilson's is still independent. Oh, maybe they just sell them on Sipify. Maybe I just thought they were associated because they sell them on Sipify. Yes, no, not Bingley. Bingley is indeed a tech store. Beanleigh, Beenleigh, which is thing. Bickford's. That's it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I got confused with Bickford's and Bilson's. Yes. And they sell through the Sipify website. And I might go back on there to see if they've got the 151 proof Inner Circle rum, because I'm running low on that, and that's not always available. But that's where I got that. Where is it? It's such a cute bottle. Such a cute bottle, the black bottle brandy liqueur. But yeah, it's just like, it tastes like sugar and cinnamon, basically. It's so sweet. I'm getting the diabetes just drinking it. Okay. So get 10% off a Superfly order. I'm looking at Beanley rum. So, okay, I asked for Beanley rum and it's gone 23rd Street Distillery, which I recently got their single malt because it was on a really big special at Dan's. Okay, so there's a rum liqueur that's in a similar bottle to that. It's $57. I think I only paid 20 something for that, actually. There we go. 151 proof Inner Circle, $110. Okay, currently the black bottle is on special for $44. I'm sure I paid less than that. But it was a long time ago, so I'm not sure. Could be anything. I'm just looking. So yeah, that's the current price for that bottle, $44, which is apparently. I'm sure I only paid 20 something for it, which is why I got it. Because it's like, well, that's just a wacky special. Even if I don't like it, it's good. Yeah, Sipify is just like a online booze storefront, but I think they're not limited to selling Beanley, but I think it's the only. I don't know. I think I'm probably talking crap, actually. But I thought Sipify had some sort of association with Beanley, but I also feel like now maybe I'm just talking crap. But good to know that the 151 proof Inner Circle is available, because it's fun having something that's just like super high proof. You just put a bit of it in a cocktail to really beef it up. Kick it in the guts, as they're saying where I grew up. When you want something to have a bit of extra oomph, you just say kick it in the guts. Which honestly Not a very pleasant thing to say, is it? Really, but what am I going to say? Yeah, so that's a bit of dubbo talk I'm just throwing in there. Whew, honestly, okay. So that's probably, pretty good for a Sunday night. I'm gonna face up to the office tomorrow. It's the only thing with like finding an excuse to not go to the office for a couple of weeks. When you finally got to go in, it's like, oh god, I gotta go to the office tomorrow. Fucking hell, no fucking. Although I am going to be associating with people, it'll be fine. It's just a fucking drag. It'll be fine. What am I going to watch tomorrow? Probably The Expanse. We've been rewatching The Expanse, and I've been really seriously enjoying it because I really forgot how long it took the crew to bond because they didn't trust each other at first. And I'm also listening to the, I think it's the second last Expanse book, the one I'm up to anyway, so it's new to me. And the TV show's excellent. Books are probably better. And that's saying something because the show's really good. And it is really funny. One of the highest points in the show isn't in the books. Amos saying to her, someone, you're not that guy. If you've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to take it any further because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it. But yeah, if you've watched the show, it's one of the high points. Amos saying to someone, you're not that guy. And it's not even in the books. So that's pretty impressive that they did that. Mrs. Angry is out there binge watching The Crown because when we tossed up a few things, she threw out The Crown, a couple of period things we'd watched, The Crown and The Gilded Age. The second season of The Gilded Age is about to come, and I was just like, I just wasn't in the mood to watch either of them. And I said, I want to watch The Expanse, and Mrs. Angry goes, The Expanse sounds good. So now, Mrs. Angry's rewatching Crown. Oh, you liked Babylon. I thought Babylon was pretty good. I thought that's a really well-made film. I'm glad you liked it because you bought it on me saying it was pretty good. Yes, honestly, that's a good summary. Not much of a plot, but the setting and the cinematography and the sound design I thought was really good as well. Yeah, and I think when you're talking about plot and there being not much plot, as I think it fell into the trap of people in Hollywood thinking the rest of the world is as interested in Hollywood as they are. There are lots of examples of that. There are lots of movies that fall into that. But I thought Babylon was pretty good. All right, but I think we've reached the point of the evening where I do the ceremonial eating of the cherry. Oh my god, those are so fucking yummy. They're not even the most expensive ones, the Luxardo ones, but they're the best. Actually, I was going to try local ones that White Possum made. The people I was talking about that I'm on their mailing list, they make liqueurs and whatnot as well. And they did their own maraschino cherries. I thought that's probably worth trying. They're actually noticeably more expensive than the Luxardo ones. Just haven't tried them because the Luxardo ones fucking rock. Oh, you like the ending? Yeah. I thought it took a bit to bring it all together at the end. And as you're saying, like when I was just looking up thinking about Douglas Fairbanks the other night because I was making a Fairbanks cocktail. I realized when I read about Douglas Fairbanks's career, like he was the biggest star in silent and his career died pretty quickly with talkies. I think Brad Pitt's character in Babylon was not literally Douglas Fairbanks, but I feel like it was definitely strongly influenced by Douglas Fairbanks's career. That's just my take. Anyway, I'm going to swan off now. Thank you, lovely people, for hanging out with me Sunday. It's been a lovely, gentle, chill Sunday evening. It's been really good. I hope to see you again soon. You watched a Jodorowsky. Okay, that's the whole thing. As soon as someone says, I watched an Alejandro Jodorowsky film, okay, that's a whole thing. If you're watching Jodorowsky, that's a deal. Yeah. So sleepy bobos, everyone. Probably see you on Tuesday, but stuff could happen. I maybe will have had a haircut. Isn't that an exciting prospect? I maybe will have had a haircut by the next time you see me. Who knows? But you all take care. I'm going to sleepy bobos, and I'll see you another time.